from last game as the Brown Zerg. In the top position is Treodal? I'm gonna say it's pronounced Treodal. Treodal. And he is the yellow yellow Protoss, excuse me. So we will have another ZVP on Outsider. It would appear that Treodal is Russian. And that is all I know about him. He is a Russian Protoss player. Most likely C rank.
Do you use APM Live?
I don't know. Why?
I would like to know how much APM the Protoss have, since like the things you see with the launcher, like what he's clicking, it looks pretty fast.
Oh, he's at 350.
Okay. So let's see if he holds that APM up, can be very important.
He'll probably drop a little bit, but he does seem like he's a generally higher APM player. Treodal, that pylon, no. Ooh, that wall. How do you wall? Like, that's just not a wall. There's enough room for the gateway on top, but gateway with geyser on top isn't tight. Gateway on the bottom of anything is just not tight, as a general rule. I don't think there's an exception to that rule. Gateway on the bottom of anything is not zergling tight. And then a gateway doesn't fit here, so that's going to be an enormous hole. And that's going to be the path that the zerglings want to take anyway to get into the natural. Uh-oh. Last game the wall wasn't horrible. It just, he didn't block the other hole because he didn't realize it. If he had blocked that hole, everything would have been fine. But this wall, I actually don't know how to wall on Outsider. This is not an easy map to wall on.
No, that's true.
Somebody in the chat is saying that, excuse me, is saying that Gateway Geyser is in fact tight. And I know that the Geyser is bigger than when you build the assimilator on it, but I really don't think that this is tight. I mean, I guess we're gonna have to wait and see, but...
But it somehow it looks tight. I don't know. Yeah, would surprise me too, but it's possible.
All right, Sheepdog putting down his third hatchery at the mineral only. Interesting choice there. Is he not going to go for a heavy gas build? Or is he just going to wait a little while before taking an actual gas expansion? Really, his only option at this stage of the game is he could try to glitch a drone through here, or he could take this natural. Those are his only options for taking a gas base. I mean, obviously he could glitch through on the other side, but that's no different, really. Wow, and Treodal is throwing down a third cannon without scouting any lings. Possibly a little bit of an overreaction. Oh, we'll see. Overlord, not going to go down. Everything's going to be fine, but the probe does manage to sneak into the main. Ooh, probe does manage to sneak into the main and, excuse me, and past those lings. And it's going to also go in the right direction. A lucky break for Treodal there, not to scout bottom, but to scout up instead, and is able to see that Sheepdog did take a third there. And man, he brought a Ling back to try to block the ramp, still messes it up a little bit, and that probe has 2 more hits. It's going to be able to get the scout off of the bottom expansion too. Wow. Very good scouting probe. Treodal has started his +1 at the at the Cybercore. Did get the Stargate at first and now getting the Citadel, but he got +1 before Citadel. So looks like focusing a little bit more on Corsairs than normal. While Sheepdog is getting his Spire up. Will not be going for a Zergling bust on the front. He doesn't have an Overlord in position to really see what the natural wall looked like. And is he gonna lose the Overlord this time? It was already injured from before. Not quite. Gets out of there with 2 hits. Cody, you're making me hungry, man.
Excuse me?
You're making me hungry.
Somehow you get a little bit quiet every like 10 seconds. I don't know if it's my headset or your microphone.
I said you're making me hungry.
Oh, how do I do that?
I can hear you eating something.
Not quite.
Not quite?
Never
Well,
mind.
I'm imagining you eating something and it is making me hungry. How about that?
Okay. I'm finished.
Alright. So, excuse me. Corsair has gotten 2 Overlord kills. The Scourge popped right as the right as the Corsairs were killing the Overlords above the hatchery. So one of them does go down. The other one gets out of there. We kind of have an that's like just a really odd SimCity from Sheepdog. He didn't.
Yeah, I was wondering.
He didn't have to put the extra hatchery or the evolution chamber in front of his third to make a wall there. So it's just kind of everything at the natural. I don't know why there's a sunken colony in front of it though. Usually not the ideal spot for sunken colonies. Probably might have been better a little bit here or here. But Sheepdog is getting a pretty fast lurker upgrade. He really does not have many Hydralisks out. So, might catch Treodal by surprise. Protosses do not like to get that early. Well, just as I say that, he did just start his Robo. So Treodal won't be that far behind once he sees lurkers. Alright. So, Protoss did get +1 air weapons. But now Protoss has no Corsairs and isn't building any more. Oh, excuse me, he still does have that 1 Corsair. Oh. You know what? He canceled his +1 air weapons. Okay. Interesting. +1 air weapons canceled. So possibly a little bit of a fake there, in case an Overlord had got in to see what was going on in the base. Don't know if that worked out too well for him, but really he's not committing anything to Corsairs. And getting a pretty strong ground army now. And on the other side of the map we have a cannon rush. Probe has glitched his way through.
Wow, that's very smart.
And these are very hard for Zerg to deal with, especially with no Mutalisks out. Sheepdog did not go for Mutalisks this game, so the creep colonies are coming up. Creep colonies actually do build faster than cannons if you build them at similar times, but the cannons did get a little bit of a head start here. There is a Mutalisk out. So the 1 Mutalisk will distract a little bit of the fire here. He needs to start those into sunken colonies immediately. Like right now, there we go. Sunken colonies on the way now. Sunken colonies do a lot of damage to cannons. 40 damage a shot compared to just 20. That Mutalisk, oh, he's actually target firing with the cannons to avoid the Mutalisk, trying to score some drone kills before the sunken colonies finish. I think he realized that he wasn't going to be able excuse me, he wasn't going to be able to kill off the Sun Colony, so he just wanted to get as many drone kills as possible before he died. And oh no! The Corsair, the one Corsair, draws the Scourge into the shuttle before it gets the Storm drop off. Full shuttle, completely lost. There's a drone that is stuck here. The saddest drone you ever will see. And these lurkers are working on Treodal's front. The forge is gone. The gateway is gone. Sheepdog. Sheepdog with a lurker ling bust? It's looking a little bit like it. Typically not terribly strong in this matchup, but who knows, man?
How did he get so many units? I'm pretty surprised.
Another enemy after me. Alright. So. No. That's kind of funny. Tried to do a storm on the lurker, but the lurker had already dodged it, so the storm did not do any damage, and he ended up storming his own zealot. That is a lot of dragoons to be dealing with. I don't know, I think Sheepdog is better off just going for the contain. This is a pretty hard map to contain on just because the choke is so big, but those dragoons are just going to be so good defensively if you try to go in with lots of lurkers and lings. And no hydralisks. Ooh. Ooh. Really? Alright. Drop. 95% done. Huh.
And look at this Zergling mess, he's just pumping Zerglings.
You know what? I give Sheepdog credit here. He has enough Overlords there for a serious drop, but they're spread out as if they're just there for DTs, so it's a little bit of a fake in that regard. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but if it was on purpose, I think it's a really smart move here. But Treodal's going to be trying to bust out of this before he could get the attack off. And is there enough stuff? There are so many lurkers and ling, but the storms are doing so much damage. There's a lot of cannon fire behind that too. And it looks like both players are backing off. No, Treodal just momentarily waiting. Now all of the units are moving forward. He's going to lose a lot of High Templar here. There we go. Storm going down on 2 more lurkers. It doesn't kill either of them off, and the Observer's too far back now. There are no Hydralisks to go for Observer snipes. So Sheepdog can't really deal with, try to protect his lurkers that way. Again, another Overlord goes down without running away. Sheepdog with all of his Overlords on hold position. Well, Scourge coming in, not going to quite get the Corsair. One of them does go down, and Treodal will be able to bust out of this. Is Sheepdog going to have enough units to really stop it? He's making a lot of lings, but not a lot else. He does have 5 bases up compared to Protos's 2. So as long as he doesn't take too much damage from this attack, like if Protoss is only able to take out the side natural, I think Sheepdog's not going to be in a terribly bad position. Oh, but that is a lot of supply from the Protoss. It's a scary looking army. There's just the right amount of Zealots and Archons. That means that the pure Zergling attacks are not going to be very effective. And it's really hurting Sheepdog, who is just making lots and lots of Zerglings. He's getting up to Hive now, so crack is not going to be happening for a little while here. And he might outright lose here. That Archon racking up so many kills, already up to 19 kills, 20 kills, and still has 100 shield left. Oh, that bulk. That bulk is just killing everything. 31 kills now. Continuing to move forward. 33 kill Archon. So many Zerglings have fallen to this one Archon. And man, this Archon, MVP for allowing this attack to happen. Something that's not GG. And Treodal. Treodal will be our new top of the pack, moving into round number 9. Alright, playing the intro.